Hi guys, this is Srinivas Gattani here. Today is 3rd of March 2025. Last Friday, a major meeting happened at the Oval Office in the United States. President Zelensky of Ukraine visited the Oval Office and was received by President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, along with Senator Rubio and the entire press. And the it seems prior to this meeting there was about a 10-day odd backdoor discussions between America as well as Ukraine regarding some kind of a minerals deal which America has put together, under which there are some rare earth metals which are found in Ukraine, on the eastern region of Ukraine, which borders across with Russia, which is basically the war-torn zone at the moment, and more. And there are other regions. So US wanted to get hold of those minerals and has come up with a whole minerals deal, which they have offered to Zelensky. And President Zelensky wanted to ask for more military aid and financial aid from his point of view, to bring the war, to get an advantage in the ongoing war with Russia, and bring Vladimir Putin to discuss talk in an advantageous position. So America was not is not too happy with continuing the war, because that is was one of the election campaign agendas for President Trump, that he wants to bring in peace. He does not want to be a president who wants to get America into a 10-year future war with Russia specifically. So in order to get peace, the best, there are a lot of voices in America that it's not their war to fight. It is part of the NATO European war against Russia. And if America gets dragged into this war, it has got the potential to turn into a World War III. And President Trump did mention that in this very meeting, that President Zelensky is flirting with World War III. And the interesting bit about this particular meeting is that there was a verbal spat between Vice President J.D. Vance and President Zelensky, as well as President Donald Trump and President Zelensky, where, of course, President Zelensky looked as if being disrespectful. Actually, he was disrespectful to the American office, as well as the the way this deal is being negotiated between America and Ukraine. I had a slight bit of um, I thought that there was some bits and pieces where Mr. President Zelensky was lost in translation of the English which was being discussed, but yeah, overall, it the body language and the words which were used were pretty much conveyed properly, and it was proper. It was a proper spat. The It went on to such an extent that the meeting was shut down by President Trump saying that you have spoken enough already. And then in video it felt like President Zelensky barged out of the office and was not there was hardly anybody to see him off as well when he went out. And he was like the Americans said that he has not been thankful for all the help which Americans have given him as yet, and the 350 billion odd dollars which have been given to Ukraine has not been accounted for in the eyes of the American people. So they want something back, and that's a minerals deal. So I don't know the what are the intricate details of the deal and all, but it seems that this negotiation might happen again sometime, because although the verbal spat was very intense for a presidential conduct, but at the end of it, the official communications were as such like the doors are still open if peace is the outcome of this transaction or the deal. If the deal goes through, and the peace should be restored. They should. It is not a negotiation to give money to Ukraine so that they can have an advantageous position to discuss war with Russia. So those are the terms. And then immediately on Saturday, we saw that President Zelensky was invited into the UK, and in UK he was received very well by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, and President Prime Minister Keir Starmer extended all sorts of help to President Zelensky, and they immediately gave a check of like 2.6 billion pounds to keep the lights on at the Ukrainian situation. The prime minister also talked about sending boots on ground, and saying that in this particular video, if you take a listen, prime minister is offering that UK stands entirely with Ukraine.
Cheers on the street outside. You have full backing across the United Kingdom, and we stand with you, with Ukraine, for as long as it may take. And I hope you heard some of that cheering in the street. That is the people of the United Kingdom coming out to demonstrate how much they support you, how much they support Ukraine, and our absolute determination to stand with you, unwavering determination, and to achieve what we both want to achieve, which is a lasting peace for Ukraine based on sovereignty and security for Ukraine. So important for Ukraine, so important for Europe, and so important for the United Kingdom. So I'm much looking forward to our discussions here this afternoon. Thank you very much for making the time to come.
With pleasure. Thank you very much, Keir.
So, as you heard, Prime Minister Keir Starmer is also talking about peace, and but at the moment, on the contrary, they are not asking for a deal. They are offering financial aid as well as military aid to Ukraine. So the position of the UK is a slight bit different. They are in the Europe, and it's a it's a war which can escalate, and sooner or later, probably all European countries will have to face the music. So it's a different ball game for the UK, and they are calling the shots, or setting up their position early. So that from what I see, actually. Uh, Prime Minister Keir Starmer also visited the US just the last week, and we discussed about it. And then he carried with him a letter from the king, and the letter invited President Trump to come into the UK and meet the king, and to which President Trump quickly responded yes, promptly responded yes. And we can see a lot of people moving around here and there, and trying to uh, um, all their eyes are on the war, and they all of them are gauging the situations well. So this meeting which you see between President Zelensky and Prime Minister Keir Starmer is part of an emergency meeting where all European leaders uh, were brought in on Saturday, I guess, in London, like asked to invited to come, and all of them showed up, and it was kind of a NATO meeting, I suppose, because I saw the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau being a part of the group as well. All of them were standing for Ukraine. So in a way, you the message was that Europe is pretty much aligned. The Western Europe is pretty much aligned with Ukraine against Russia, and so the thought came to my mind is that all of them put together, will they be able to take on Russia on their own? Because this was a question which President Trump did ask Prime Minister Keir Starmer when Prime Minister visited the Oval Office last week. And when President Trump asked this question, everybody laughed because Prime Minister Keir Starmer just said, "Well, we'll see," and he was kind of part of the laugh as well. So everybody had a good time about that, and so it's at that moment it felt like everybody knows that without America's backing, NATO cannot really take on Russia. But nobody really knows because all of this is media generated perception, crowd perception. Nobody really know which military has what weapons and who is strong where. So all people know that yeah, Russia has been part of a very big superpower, and America is the current superpower, which is from the looks of it,
Sure.
whose empire is waning, but nobody knows. So we are entering. The war talks are getting escalated, but the interesting bit is all the videos which I have watched since Friday. It's just my perception. Might not be looking 100%. Nobody looks tensed, to be honest, among the political leadership. All of them either have smirk or smiles on their face. So either if I don't know whether there's an undercurrent to all this, and peace is being negotiated, or the equations are, or people already know about all sorts of equation, but that's never the case with war. So let's see what gives. And another to complete this very eventful weekend, what happened on Saturday was President Donald Trump's Truth Social handle, not the X handle, Truth Social handle, tweeted, posted this, that they are going to executive order on digital assets directed the presidential working group to move forward on the crypto strategic reserve. So that includes XRP, Solana, and ADA. So these three currencies are actually classified as American made somehow. I will make sure that the US is the crypto capital of the world. We'll be making America great again. And then on top of it, after like few minutes, he again posted, and obviously BTC and ETH or other valuable cryptocurrencies will be at the heart of the reserve. I also love Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this sent most of the crypto into a small pump on Sunday, and everybody was talking about it. And almost all the who's of crypto got really excited because President Trump talked about a crypto strategic reserve and mention while referencing his executive order. So all of this, the war talks as well as this, is in is happening some. I don't know whether it is happening in tandem, but the timing is in tandem. So something interesting is around the corner. And this will be a pretty eventful month because the way the war talks have been are moving forward, it looks like within a week something very interesting will come out. Whether there will be escalations at the war front, or there will be people on table discussing very interesting topics, and a lot of news will be coming out. So do let me know what you think about this video and the war talks, because there has already been a lot of chatter. All the American patriots and American people are not happy with they are not happy with President Zelensky. And then interestingly, the Democrats have started doing some protest in New York against Elon Musk, and at the same protest, they're raising Ukrainian flags and asking some they're just making their presence felt. So a lot of things are happening, and the global politics are getting hodgepodge into one another. The agendas are pretty interesting. So do let me know about what you think about this video. Thank you so much.